Forex fam, good night. Forex King coming back at you with another video. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch my videos. I'm gonna get right into it. If you guys are new to my video, you notice I don't have any fancy thumbnails, no fancy titles, no clickbait. I just want to give you raw, authentic content. So I'm gonna get right into it. So this is just a summary of my last video that I posted earlier today, which, well, it's early in the morning. It's July 1st at 2:30 in the morning, but the last trading day of June 2025, and honestly, I did exactly what I said I was going to do. My very last trade, if you watch the beginning of the video, I was actually in this trade going north. I got in obviously this candle that showed green. I wrote it up. I held it for this candle just because I wasn't sure if it would bounce or not, and although I saw it engulfing, I wasn't sure. But once this started to go down, I got out, and I was happy with the win. So that win ended up being $62, and I held that trade for 35 minutes. So again, I had mentioned previously in that video that the day initially, it wasn't the kind of day that I would have liked, to be honest. You can see I had multiple entries, and I typically don't like going into a trade multiple times. Usually when I'm scalping, although I'm scalping, I don't want to keep entering the market in and out. I just want to find one good solid position, wait, take my trade. Once price action shows me an opportunity, or based on my strategy, when it's time to get out, I get out and done. But I know it's going down, but it didn't go down the way I would have liked. So every time it started to retrace against me, I get out, and that's typically what I do. Once a trade goes against me, once it gets to a certain point, I usually get out. I don't trade with a stop loss because it's just my preference, just to keep it really short and sweet. But again, throughout the day, it was really just a real technical, tactical sniper type of day where I had to get in, get out, get in, get out. I had to be really nails on each trade just because of how the market was moving, for obvious reasons. My very last trade, which was this $6 trade, I almost shut down today. I almost closed the test. So you know what? Decent wins, got in, got out, made some decent money. I'll take the win. But then after this candle pulled back, it gave me reason to be curious. And I saw this bullish candle, and I said, wait a minute, this looks promising. So once I saw this candle start to push past this yellow level, and I said, all right, I'm getting this candle. If it closes above this previous bullish candle, I'm just going to stay in the trade. And that's what happened, and I wrote the trade up, and again proved to be a pretty successful trade and decision. So that's how I ended up the last day, or the last trade of the day. So again, great day ending overall. Stay true. But this is also a summary of the month. Now, if you remember, if you watched the video, my earliest video in June, I said that June was going to be my come out month. June was going to be the month where I said enough is enough. No more games. I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to stay true. I'm going to really lock in to myself, my strategy, and just do what I know that I'm capable of doing. I think all of us as traders, we have that moment. I guess some people say that's the aha moment. Some people say no aha moment exists, or the aha moment concept doesn't really exist. I don't know. But for me, I just made a decision and said, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to do what I know I'm capable of doing, period. No excuses. And that's what, in essence, I meant when I said June was going to be my come out month. I didn't mean I was going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I just meant that I was going to reestablish the foundation and the base that I know that I have, and reestablish myself as a trader and in this industry. And that's what I did. As you can see here, again, the account was laughable, but I was literally on the brink of breaching the account again. As you can see on the screen, the equity was at 4,816, and the max drawdown was 47. Now let's be very let's talk numbers, right? So on June 1st, 48.16, just to keep it even, right? 48.16, and then I grew the account to June 30th. Doesn't matter. I grew the account $600. Okay. Remember that this is a $5,000 account. That is, forget numbers. If you look at percentages, that is really a phenomenal feat for any stretch of the imagination. Now, if you want to look at numbers, to scale, and that's one of the things I like about Funded Trading Plus, to scale this $5,000 account to 10,000, you have to grow the account 10%. 10% of 5,000 is 500, right? Percent, $500, right? So if you just look at that number for 48, that's just shy of 9%, right? So what's that? 8.5. Right, so call it 8.5%. So 8.5%, and then I was down another 200. So times I think it's 6%. No, so it's times 4%. So I was down 4%, just to use even numbers. So 4,800, that's about $200 below 5,000, right? So that's 4%, and then you have, I was 8%. So I grew the account literally 12%. If you guys follow me, I'm not a math whiz, but if we look at regular numbers, I was down 4%, so I had to grow that 4% to get to 5,000, and then I grew it that 8%. 4 plus 8, 12%. So from June 1st to June 30th, I grew the account 12%. 12% on any account in a month is a great opportunity. That does include, obviously, some losses that I had some big losses, right? So I'm not showing any type of, I'm not lying by any stretch of the imagination in terms of, or I'm not inflating my numbers, right? Like, I mean, I had some obviously big wins, right? I had to have some big wins, clearly, but then again, I had some losses too, right? So even with all of the losses that I had, I still was able to grow the account 12%. And I had some days where I was shaky with my discipline, but no one is perfect. But at the end of the day, I believe I achieved what I set out to achieve in June. So now July is just to do the same thing. So I'm excited. Again, overall assessment of how I performed in the month. Truthfully, I think I did a phenomenal job. To grow the account 12%, that's amazing, right? So I'm proud of myself. So you can give me your opinion if you cool with that or not. Me, I really don't care about your opinion. I did a great job, and it was a challenge for myself, and that's what really encouraged me to start recording these videos, because it had nothing to do with me wanting to be no guru. It was really about me holding myself accountable to the highest degree and highest level. And because I'm so competitive, I didn't want to embarrass myself on the internet. Just call it what it is. So I believe I showed up, I showed out, I did a great job. Now, all right, $5,400. So to get to 500, a couple trades. I'll get there whenever I get there. It's no rush, no pressure. If I get there tomorrow, well, today, June 1st, great. If I get there Wednesday, great. But as soon as I get there, I'm just going to scale up and then continue to attack the market. But again, overall, I'm proud of what I achieved. Did an absolutely phenomenal job. And it's just about getting to the next level. If you want to look at, let me see, the overall performance of the month, let's look at that number. Let's do that. I'm actually curious. I didn't actually do this until now. I want to look at the entire month. So if we look at numbers for the entire month of June, we did exactly that. So look, I didn't even, I'm actually glad it added up the way it did. That's perfect. So, look at that. So 87% win rate, 13% return on the account. Average day was 31. Average holding trade was zero point 0.3. Average losing trade is zero point 0.3. I'm happy about that because before this was a large gap. I used to hold my losing trades more than my winning trades. So I'm glad that I was able to change that a little bit. I mean, I'll be not a lot, but doesn't matter. I changed it. So now the next mission for me now is to improve my average winning a trade versus my average losing trade. But again, overall metrics for the month, I think honestly was absolutely phenomenal. Again, $600 P&L, 1-to-1. I don't really care. I care about money. Don't really care about the risk to reward ratio. I care about my strategy and just being intentional with everything I'm doing. So max drawdown was 3% for the period, 87% win rate. You can't fabricate numbers. So this is a snapshot. This is a complete summary of the entire month. And again, I did a phenomenal job. Now imagine if I didn't go under draft, man, 13% on the account, man, that's that's a great job. You dig? So I'm proud of this. I'm excited for what I achieved in June, and now I'm excited to just do the same thing in July. Again, be consistent, be patient, be disciplined, be nails, continue to grow and get to the next level. But thank you for following me. Keep on, keep going, man. Like the first half of 2025 is now over. Let's finish this year strong, and it starts with July 1st, the third quarter. Keep pushing, keep grinding. Also, if you, what motivated me, last thing I'll say is, I put a link, and that's really what started my year. Calvin from the Forex Beginner podcast, he put out a video at the very beginning of the year talking about go get the bag. I put the link in the description. It's the first link in the description. Go watch that, man. Go get the bag because there is a lot of money to be made in these markets. Don't compare your journey with anyone else's. Forget about all the gurus. Forget about all the materialistic stuff on the internet and in this industry, the cars and stuff. Man, figure out why you're doing this. I know why I'm doing this. Once you figure out why you're doing this and you understand the opportunity that you have, man, that should be all the inspiration you need. Motivation is fleeting. Motivation comes from all the external influences, but inspiration, that's internal. So, I mean, if my story inspires you, great. But if it's something that's important to you, figure it out. If you don't know what it is, figure it out. If you already know what it is, man, let that be your fuel as you continue your Forex journey. All right, but man, it's 2:40. It's late. I want to get up to get ready for the markets tomorrow morning. Well, in a couple hours. But again, I appreciate you. This is my journey. Forex King out. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk tomorrow.